Alright, so it's been crazy cold the last week. We had basically record-breaking colds, and anyhow, I wanted to come out and check on my girls. So today is too cold to crack the top or anything of that nature, but it is kind of nice to go look around, and usually you'll find plenty of evidence of how things are going outside the colony. If I was to come out here today, even though today was still in the 20s, the sun was beaming, so the sun was very warm. And hitting the colonies, the sun would most likely warm them up enough to get them a little bit active, especially being that they haven't been active probably for the last 5 days, 5-6 days. So with that being said, I wanted to come out and see just how they were doing and get a gauge, keep checking on them. I know they had stores 2 weeks ago. I came in and topped everybody off with just some granulated sugar, mountain camp style, right on top. And we've gotten probably, I want to say 18 inches of snow here. Depends on where you're at, but you can see this has kind of settled down quite a bit on top of the hives, but you can see on top of the wood pile it's kind of settled a little bit. But I'm thinking yesterday when I walked around it was up to my knees, so probably 18 inches of snow or so. But anyway, I wanted to take a peek at the girls and just see how they're doing. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so just in general, walking up to the hives, see a couple things. I can't even see the girls right now. They're on the other side of this wood pile, but if you take a peek there, I see one of them laying on the grass. Grass. That's funny. Snow. And as you look over here, all these black dots are bees. All these dots. And as you can see, all the way through here. And here's my double nuke. This is one side of the double nuke. Looks like the bottom entrance is completely blocked off, but there is a top entrance there, so that's why it's there, for ventilation. And you can see, I walked here yesterday, but you can see bees all over the ground. This colony over here really likes, they like to be still. So they haven't budged much at all. I have yet to see them use the upper entrance, which is right there. And then when I was in here yesterday, that was completely blocked off. And so I just opened up a little, because it's still cold. Now tomorrow, it's supposed to be like in the 40s the next few days. I'll probably come and clean all this snow off the entrances. But you can see here the bees have been either the girls are flying off and dying, or they're carrying out the dead. So, you know, it's probably a little bit of both. But anyway, so one of the things I'm looking for here, right? I'm looking for signs on the sides of the hives for the bees defecating. And I don't see anything on this one right here. Over here on this one, I do see just a little bit here and here. Maybe some there, but that looks a lot like propolis. Some there, a little bit there. But there's the dead bees. And I'm looking at the snow. And the good thing is I'm not really seeing any like yellow staining on the snow. And if I did see that, maybe a little bit, I wouldn't be too worried about it. Oh, here's some more bees up top here. So they came out, flew around, and ended up dying right here on the top. Let's go around to the other side. Just a minute ago, when I walked up here, these girls were coming out of the entrance, just walking around. You might be able to see them. I can definitely hear them, man. They got a nice little hum going. It's not the hum you would hear when when they get excited, but it's just the regular buzz. This colony over here seems to have done some more cleaning up. And I kind of expect... This one has more bees in it, by the way. Their bottom entrance is open. I believe that's because this is more the southwest side, whereas this other side here is northeast. So the snow was coming more from that direction when we got our good snow. Anyway, as you can see, lots of bees on the ground. I'm guessing they were probably cleaning them up, dropping them out of here. You can see the entrance has a dead bee on it. Here's the upper entrance. I do see some spots here, here, and here. Not enough for me to be worried about at this point. And again, while I see bees, I can see a couple of spots like out in there. One over there, where the bees have flown off to and died. There's a good number of them over here. So, not sure if these have died or they were carried off. I guess it could be a little bit of both. Anyway, my house is over there, probably about a good 35 yards, and I did find one bee over there, so that sucker made it all the way over there. But again, I don't see any staining here. I don't see any yellow disease type things that you might see when if the bees are sick. Now, let's see, there is something right here. Yeah, I guess there's a little here, a little there. No, I don't think I'm too worried about that right now. So, yeah, I'm not too worried about that at this point. Hey, girls. You want to come out and say hi? I really love listening to. Put your ears up to that carefully. And I love hearing the sound. It's very soothing. But anyway, so there's that. Definitely not going to crack the top on these today. But that's it. I'm looking around. I don't see anything that worries me. Looks like they did some cleaning up. That's what a healthy hive does. They clean up after themselves. If they have bees that die inside, they take care of it. So I've got one colony here, one colony over here with the entrance on the other side, and then I've got another colony here. And as far as I can tell, everybody is alive and well. And I will go check on the other colony now. That's just over there, but I'm going to put you on pause so I can walk over there, because you don't want to watch me try to walk through this. All right. So I'm about 10 yards from the colony now. I see bees here and here. I guess we're kind of in between, so it could be either colony. But we'll get walking over here. See what we can do. I guess you did want to see me walk up to it, didn't you? Well, from right here I can already see a good amount of bees out and about. Okay, so yeah, good amount of bees out here today. Sorry about that. I really have no idea what this is. This is yellow. I don't know what that is, but I will say this much. Okay, looking at this colony, I see a significant amount more of yellow coloring on the ground. Here, there's some staining where the bees have been defecating. And there, and so, you know, this bee here, I noticed it's right by the bees. I don't know if they died and defecated at the same time. There. I do notice that you can see the snow isn't right up against there. I think the warmth from inside there kind of, what's the word? causes the snow to not be right up against it. I think there's a little melting that occurs there. A little heat coming off. I don't know if I can feel it or not. Not really. But if you look here, I do see a lot more of feces. Boy, I don't know what did that. That's pretty big. But you can see here. There's a lot more poop on this colony. You know, bees poop. That's what they do. They hold it in, they come out. I don't know if it's been longer since they've had their flights, cleansing flights last, but it's just something to keep an eye on, you know. So I'm gonna probably keep an eye on these guys, and we'll see how it goes. We're supposed to get up to 50 or close to 50 on Sunday. I will probably take a peek and look at stores in here, because looking at the future forecast, I don't see anything quite that warm coming up. But anyway, check it out. It's beautiful out here. I mean, you gotta love it. Over here is going to be, so this is my home area, my home yard, where I keep my bees at home. I do have a couple other places where I can keep bees, but this is my place. Last year we had bees in the chicken coop. I love the idea of that. However, I think any of my larger colonies, I've got a space set up back there now, in that area, back in there, and I think that's where I'm going to keep my larger colonies. I do think, though, I'm going to keep my smaller, like splits and queen, maybe queen castles, or, you know, my mating nukes or whatever. I'm probably going to keep them in with the chickens, only because they can be more overrun by like things like beetles, and I think they're more susceptible. And I like the idea that the chickens are going to protect them a little bit more from those things. They seem to do a pretty good job. But anyway, it's beautiful out here. About 20 degrees, 25 degrees. My hands are cold, but it is really beautiful, and I thought sharing this with you would be nice. Alright. Anyway, thanks a lot for following my channel.